Hello, grade 12s, how are you? I just want us to look at this question which one of the learners brought on Euclidean geometry. It says in the diagram, W is a point on a circle with center O. So this circle, V is a point on OW. So we have V on OW. Where is V? This one, OW. So this is V. Then we continue to say that the chord MN is drawn such that MV is equals to VN. So this chord is drawn such that MV is equals to what? VN. You see that they've drawn this line. So it means this length is equal to that length. Then it continues to say that the tangent W meets OM produced at T. So OM is produced at T, then ON also produced at S. So ON also produced at what? S. Then the question says proof. The question says prove that OS dot means times MN is equals to ON dot WS. How do we prove that? The first thing, we are going to use similarities. Alright, if you check this bigger triangle, that is triangle OTS, it's actually similar to triangle OMN. Why? We need to prove that one, that they are similar before we can apply. So the first thing we need to do is we have to prove that they are similar. So I said OM is actually similar to OMN. OMN, this smaller triangle, is actually similar to OTS. Why? Because O is equals to O. This angle is common to OMN and OTS. So they are equal, so it's common. Then this side is also equal to that, because in the previous question we proved that this line is equal to that line. This line, that is MN, is parallel to TS. Alright, so if they are parallel, if MN is parallel to TS, it means this angle M1 is equals to T. So we can say M1 is equals to what? T. And what is its corresponding angle? MN is parallel to TS. Then the last one, you need only 3 points to prove. So if these two are equal, it means the other side will also be equal. Alright. But we can still use the corresponding to as a reason. So N1 is also equals to what? S. Then, since we proved that this smaller triangle is similar to this bigger triangle, now we can work using similarity. How are you going to do that? So we are saying triangle OMN, OMN, and OTS. How is it going to be? We are proving you don't change the way it is written. Alright, so you start by saying OM over OT should be equal to MN over TS should be equal to ON over OS. Then you look at the question, which one do we actually need? If you check OM, do we have OM there? No. OT, we don't have OT there. MN, we have MN, so at least we can use this one. TS, even though we don't have TS, at least this one is there, so we can use this. Then ON, do we have ON there? We have ON there. even though we don't have OS. Oh, there's even OS here. So we need to use this and ignore this one. So since we've rejected this, we are going to write this one here. So Mn over Ts should be equal to On over Os. Then you cross multiply. This will multiply this, and this will also multiply that one. If you multiply the two, Os will multiply Mn, then On will also multiply Ts. Then what are we going to have? Let me bring it up for us to see. So we can say that since we've done the cross multiplication, we have Ts here, which is a problem. At least we've gotten Os, we've gotten On, we've gotten On. We have On here. But our problem is Ts. Let's see how we are going to deal with Ts. Where is Ts? This is Ts. Alright. Now, we know that Ts is the same as Tw plus Ws. So we can express that one. Os, we don't have problem. On, we don't have problem. But the Ts, we can express it as Tw plus Ws. Tw plus Ws. Alright, that gives you Ts. Why are we expressing it that way? Because in the question, there is Ws there. So at least we have Ws here. Then, if you check this one, this length is equal to that length. Because it's the same line that divides this one. And that line is also perpendicular to that. Alright, if it's perpendicular, it means this length is also equal to what? That length. Because it's the same line that is produced. So if this length is equal to that length, then it means this length will also be equal to that length. So we know that Tw is also equal to Tw plus Ws is equal to Ts, then Tw is equal to Ws. So Tw is equal to Ws. We want to eliminate Tw. So if you see Tw, you write Ws. Because in the question, we need Ws. Okay, so it means Ws plus Ws is going to give us 2Ws. Then we can just swap the 2 to the side. So we are going to have 2On.Ws. We have proved. Bye.